Hey beauties, this is the look I'm going to be showing you today. It's a very dramatic brown smoky eye, and since it's award season, I wanted to get up another celebrity inspired look, and I loved Selena Gomez at the Grammys this year. She looked absolutely stunning in this navy sequin dress. Of course, she was on the red carpet with her bestie Taylor Swift, and the two of them were absolutely adorable, but her makeup in particular was just, it caught my eye and it stood out to me, and so I wanted to recreate that look. So if you want to see how I achieved this Selena Gomez inspired makeup, just keep watching. So Selena's cat eye was pretty exaggerated, therefore I'm using tape to get a sharp angle. I'm going to begin with my Rivoli Eyeshadow Quad by Chanel Beauty. With a fluffy brush, I'm starting with this shade here. It's a darker shade than what I'd typically begin with, but this smoky eye is meant to be dramatic. So I'm just buffing this in the crease and down along the angle of the tape in the outer V of my eyes. I'm also taking this shadow a bit above the crease when I come into the inner eye. It should come close to but not touching the start of my eyebrows. Now taking this Sigma E35 brush and the darkest shade from the Rivoli palette, I'm going to concentrate this shade in my outer V and outer crease of my eyes. When I do take it in, I'm going to keep it low in the crease instead of taking it up towards my eyebrows like I did with the previous shade. With the Blanc fluffy brush, I'm now going to quickly blend over the top of the first shadow. I still want to keep it dramatic like Selena's, but I'm going to work after this, not the Grammys, so it needs to be wearable. Next, I'm going into this gorgeous gold color. It's my favorite shadow in the palette, and I'm going to sweep this across my lids. For a pop of shimmer, I'm going to follow that up with a little bit of the Chanel cream shadow in the shade Convoitise. So now we can remove the tape, and there's not much fallout, so I'm going to go straight in with primer, and I'm using the new Blanc primer by Chanel in the shade Mimosa. And we just launched this back in February as an addition to the original Rosé Blanc primer, and I love it. Now I'm using Perfection Lumiere foundation, the best foundation from Chanel. It's great for events or special occasions. It's pretty hydrating, long wearing, full coverage, yet it doesn't feel too cakey or too dewy, which was actually a surprise to me the first time I used it. Since I'm combination, I lean towards matte finishes, but this is just a beautiful foundation. For concealer, I'm using Chanel Perfection Corrector, and I'm going under my eyes and all over the face to highlight, and I'm blending it out with my Sigma F86 tapered kabuki brush per usual. To add definition to my cheeks, I love Soleil Tan De Chanel cream bronzer. It's freakishly blendable and natural looking. It's so easy to use. I should actually grab for it more often. I just tend to save it for special occasions for some reason. But with this mini kabuki brush, I'm going to start carving out my cheekbones, slowly building up the color and blending up. When I'm ready, I'll move on to my temples and hairline, chin and jawline. Now that I'm done with creams, I can go in with powder. So to set my concealer, I'm using the Beige Lumiere Loose Powder by Chanel. It has a subtle sheen to it. It's so finely milled, it looks flawless on the skin. And it's the only product that I've ever found that's better than the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. For blush, I'm using an oldie but a goodie. Again by Chanel, it's called Jersey. It's just a really nice peachy color. It's beautiful. To highlight, I'm using the new limited edition Pearls and Fantasies highlighter by Chanel, and we sold out of this the very first day we got it in, but you still might be able to order it online, and I suggest you do it fast. It is absolutely beautiful. Chanel really does such a perfect job when it comes to highlighters. Even the holiday highlighter Coupe de Minuit was another gorgeous one. I only hope they add one to the permanent cosmetic line soon. So I've highlighted my face in all the right places, and now I'm going to use this on my brow bones and my tear ducts before filling in my brows with a Chanel Natural Brown pencil. With the first taupey brown eyeshadow we used on a tapered brush, I'm going to buff out my lower lash line. Then with a blank brush, I'm going to buff this out even longer to make it very smoky. To finish off the look, I'm going to line my top lash line with NYC Black Liquid Liner, coat my lashes with the Chanel Inimitable Intense Mascara, and top that off with Ardell Wispies. For lipstick, I wanted a nude pink shade, so I'm using the Chanel Double Intensity Longwear in Tender Beige. And this was a limited edition shade that was launched in January as part of the spring line, but you still should be able to get your hands on one. First, you apply the pigment, and it's kind of like a liquid lipstick, but not as drying. And then next, the glossy side to seal in the color for hours. And when I say hours, I mean you can eat, you can drink, you'll still have pigment on your lips. It's just such a perfect formula. And then I wanted to add a hint of light pink, so I went ahead and applied Mica lip gloss on top. Finally, I used a little espresso waterproof eyeliner in my waterline, and I spritzed my entire face with MAC Fix Plus to finish the entire makeup look.
This is the finished makeup look. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, leave me any of your suggestions down below in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe.